and welcome to my TED Talk. You may be asking, why am I up here presenting in front of my bedroom about my Genius Hour project and what makes me qualified? Well, I'm not. I'm not qualified for this, but I'm going to tell you how my process went in my Genius Hour project. Coming to decide my project was the first thing. It was kind of difficult. I wanted to do something maybe educational, maybe something more creative, learn a new language, try something new. But at the time, I was so stressed. I was feeling so overwhelmed and so anxious, not only because school and work and life, but also we're living in a pandemic. It added just a little bit extra onto my plate that made me feel very overwhelmed in the time. And that was something hard for me to come to terms with. So I decided, instead of doing something that I wanted to learn at the moment, I needed to focus on me. And that was a really hard decision to make. So my process throughout this entire Genius Hour was to look at how are different ways and activities to reduce anxiety. Once I've decided on that, I had to choose, okay, so now what? What are the activities or, things that I was going to do to try to reduce my anxiety? And I couldn't decide. There are so many amazing suggestions that I was like, maybe that could work. Maybe this could work. So I decided, why not do a different thing every week? And then rate how I felt before and after, and how anxious or stressed I was feeling, and how it affected me. So once I've decided, I now have multiple things I'm going to try out. I had to figure out a way that I was going to test this. And I used the BMIS scale, which was basically a test that you could do before and after, numbers, values, and rate how you're feeling based on the different moods they present, and go from there. Once I had done that, it was now time to choose what activities I was going to do. The first one was painting. And let me tell you, this was amazing, at least for me. Doing something creative, I've always loved. So being able to set time aside to just focus on something else was amazing. I really felt that it helped me grow, as in terms of shifting my focus away from negative thoughts and really trying to be in the present moment. And this week really kickstarted my journey. Now the second week, I was a little bit more nervous moving into things, not only because I had to adjust my time and my schedule better to fit in these activities, but I also had to still do these activities. And the second week I said I would do exercise, which I do enjoy, but forcing myself to do exercise on a planned time seemed like a lot. But it turned out to be a really beneficial way to help me refocus my thinking and just do something good and healthy for me at the time being. It didn't drastically change how anxious I was feeling, but I felt tired afterwards and I could sleep better at night. And that was something huge for my journey. Now, week 3, I have heard a lot, and I'm telling you, a lot of people suggest that journaling is the best way to reduce anxiety. And I was kind of iffy feeling about that, writing down all of my feelings and, thoughts in a journal. Just didn't feel like something that I would benefit from. So going into it, I didn't have the best mindset about the activity itself, and I think that kind of held me back. It was something that I did enjoy, as the week went on, but it really felt hard to force myself to sit down and do it. And I think being anxious and being stressed out, you're already stressed about, everything else that's going on, but to feel frustrated to have to do something that you really don't want to do, or I really, wasn't excited about doing, I don't think it helped me within that moment. Now the next week, and I do enjoy some meditation, and it was great. Following along with some of the videos was amazing. But this week itself was not a good week for me. It was one of those weeks where, just a cloud hangs over you and nothing really felt right. And to meditate, you really have to force yourself to be in this mind space where you can block everything out. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to really block everything out, but I did enjoy the process of listening to something that was more relaxing and trying to break myself out of that negative mindset. Now, this is the midway point, and I was starting to feel, I've tried so many things, I don't know what is helping anymore. I feel like I was coming up to a wall. So I was very excited that my 5th thing I was going to be trying out was just spending time outside. And let me tell you, this was one of my favorites. Being able to enjoy the snow, which my favorite season, by the way. I don't know about you. But going on walks, I went skating, I played with my dog outside, I shoveled the driveway because we got like a dumping of snow. And it just felt very natural and releasing because I wasn't able to be in the house where I'd spent all of my time, school, work, life, because it's a pandemic. To get outside and actually be in a different mindset, be in a different place, really helped me along my journey. Now, we are moving on to not adding things into my schedule. I'm taking things out. I'm a person who enjoys iced coffee. I really love a good caffeinated tea, especially in the morning. I probably drink around 2 to 3 cups of tea or a coffee a day. I know, not good for me. It's fine. But this week, I decided I was going to cut out the caffeine. The first day that I tried it, it's very difficult. It felt unnerving. I had my breakfast in the morning and I was like, what now? What do I do? In the evening, I was like, what now? What do I do? But I think it was the caffeine itself wasn't something I was addicted to. It was more the act of holding something warm in your hands or just like sitting and being with yourself. So day 2 came and I decided, why don't I just replace my normal caffeinated drinks with decaffeinated drinks, decaffeinated coffee, decaffeinated teas, and this was amazing. I didn't need the caffeine. I didn't need it in my body. It didn't need me to feel anxious and jittery. I just wanted to sit and drink something and take some time in the morning or in the evening for myself. And I found this to be really healing in a type of way, and I didn't get the jitters afterwards like I normally do with caffeine. Now, we're reeling up to week 7 of this journey, and there's not many things left I thought I could do. So I went to baking, which I love to bake. Cooking? Baking? Yes. And this is the winner. This was the winner of them all. I put on some music, I got out all my ingredients, and I actually woke up early instead of doing it in the evening. And it was amazing. I ended up making pumpkin muffins and they were delicious. It could be just that I was eating delicious muffins, but the whole process of it really just focused on me, the early morning light. It moved myself away from the, I have to be up, I have to be doing these things too. This is kind of fun. This is a great start to my day and I can focus on myself. Now for the final week. I had tried all the things I had read online and I was so confused, but there was one common theme throughout the entire thing that I focused on, and that was taking time for myself. Instead of taking time to focus on other people, I was focusing on me. So I thought, what a great way to finish everything off is to focus on activities that I really enjoy. That not necessarily are proven to reduce anxiety, but setting aside specific time in my day to just focus on me. I painted, I read, I took a bath, I went for a walk, and honestly, it felt so good to focus just on me. I think that's the thing that I've learned throughout this entire journey the most is, you know, you can do many activities, you can add things in, you can take things out, but I think the main focus is your mental health is important. And sometimes you need to take a break from school and work and life and just focus on things that you enjoy or make you feel worthy in order to reduce some of that anxiety and to put aside some of those negative thoughts. Now, I'm not suggesting you guys should go out and bake every day or paint and work out till, you know, you're rippling muscles, but I'm just saying maybe it's time that we start taking time for ourselves. Thank you.